Welcome back, my friends, to Sparkle Pixie. Today I am going to be making just some little keychains. I have these super bright pigments. I've never used them before. I don't know how much is required to get a good color. They don't glow in the dark, but they do fluoresce. So like under black light, they do glow. So basically what I'm thinking was some nice bright keychains. I did pull out what I have left of my fluorescent powders, which is not a lot. There's a tiny bit of green, a little bit of a pink, I guess, a little bit of orange, tiny bit of yellow, tiny bit of blue, and a tiny bit of lighter orange. I don't know. So I thought I'd try mixing those in with some of these colors, see if we can get them to fluoresce, to glow in the dark and fluoresce. We'll see. I also pulled out my, it's like a little sparkle dust. Thought we might put some of that in. I also have to have my white handy in case I want to mix a little white in. Like I wasn't going to do all the same colors. I'd try to mix a little bit of colors in. Oops, sorry, bumping my camera. I also pulled out my holographic glitters. I have several different ones of those. I thought that might be nice to mix in with a little bit of these, see how it goes. Maybe a little of that green with the green. Blue with the blue, maybe. That's kind of purpley. Doesn't really go with either. That pink could go with the purple, and this pink could go with the pink. So we'll see. I don't have any, what's the word? Set idea. We're just gonna play and see what happens. I'm gonna mix up, I have no idea how much this mold takes. I'll try 4 ounces, that's my standard. When in doubt, mix 4 ounces, that's honestly, just because in these cups they go up to 8 ounces, and to use my mixer, 2 ounces doesn't quite, doesn't cover my mixing stick. So in 3 they don't have like 1.5 marks. I can't do 1.5 and 1.5 to get to 3. So it's just easiest just to do 4. So that's why it's my standard go-to. Like I'll just do 4, 2 and 2. There we go, we're good. And then, so if there's, if it takes less than 4, that's not a problem. I have lots of molds ready to go for extras. So I'm going to mix up my resin and I'll be right back. Okay, I've mixed my resin. I have not put it through the bubble remover yet because I'm going to be mixing a bunch of different colors, and I'm just going to let that drain a little bit off of there, hopefully. So because I'm gonna, also I changed my mind and mixed up 6. It's probably gonna be way too much for this mold, but if I have leftovers, that's okay. I keep saying that, but it's true. All right, can you see all of that in there? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let me grab my little cups. It's not really feasible to put all the different colors in after I've mixed them, because I'm going to be doing such small parts, so it's not really feasible to put them in the bubble remover. It's just, yeah. So we're going to try and do this without bubble remover, because you don't have to use your bubble remover for everything. And some people don't have bubble removers, and that's okay. You can do resin without it. And I don't really plan, like some of them might have a little bit of clear with sparkle in it, but I don't really plan to have them down just clear. So we're probably not going to notice the sparkles. Sorry, there's already sparkles in the cup. You're probably not going to notice any bubbles because of the sparkles and things. And that one still has, that one needs cleaning. All right, so let's start. We'll start at the top and use the bright blue. And this mold is so big. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was not what I wanted to have happen. was gonna say, there's no, this mold is so big, it's taking up all my room on my desk. So give me a second to clean this up. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little clear aside that I'm going to save just for any sparkles that I wanna do, right? That's my extra. That's my clear. Let's put a little bit in here. Okay. And let's put some of this blue carefully. Where's my spoons? So I'm gonna use my littler spoon, I think, if I can find it. There we go. Because this is not a very big pot. We don't need a whole big scoop. This powder, like, just needs talking made it go everywhere. That's concerning. Maybe if I tap it down. And this is the best I've got. Okay, these are, yeah. I'm not sure how well these pigments are going to mix in. Like they're not mica powders, so sometimes if you use things that aren't mica powders, they don't necessarily mix well. These are definitely a little bit lumpy and fluey. And this one is also translucent, which is fine. I don't mind that. I mean, wasn't what I was expecting. Okay. I'm not sure that's mixed enough, but I think I need a better stick. This one isn't doing great. This will do. Maybe this will do better. Maybe. There's still floaty bits in there. It's definitely transparent, like, and it's not like I feel like if putting more pigment in is going to change that. Oops. And there's definitely kind of lumpy bits still in there. That's, oh, don't get going anywhere. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I am going to be belatedly smart. Take this, put this over this, and then when I'm ready to pour, I can move it. Of course, once I start pouring, I can't put it back on over what I've already poured, so. All right, I think that's probably as smooth as I'm gonna get for that color. Now let me see. Now what do I want to put with that color? Do I want to do like a clear? Do I want to do a sparkle? I was gonna put that blue sparkle with it, right? This one. Yeah, I think that could look pretty. So I will. Stick my spoon down here. Glue off of that. And I will just grab a second spoon. No, but I have a second one of those. Okay. That's fine. I should have a second spoon somewhere. Let's put a couple spoons of sparkles in first. Much. And then we'll add a little bit to this. Let's see. And let's mix that up and see how that's going. Okay, now how much sparkle do I want in there? Do I want just a little bit of sparkle like that? Or should I put a whole bunch in? So I think that's good. I think I'm happy with that. Okay. So, pop those in there for the moment. I'm going to spritz these both with a little bit of alcohol just to get any of the bubbles at the top popping. Okay. Carefully lift this out of the way. Get rid of the sparkle and whatnot that's left on there. Okay. Alright, so we'll start with, well, let's do the C. So C. Let's do the bottom of the C with this. A little bit there. And do this at the top. You know what I should do? I should spritz this with a little bit of that too. Just to control our, do the top of the C sparkly and the bottom half of the C the bright blue. Back and forth as we fill it up so that they don't necessarily merge too much. Yeah, I think 6 ounces was the good choice because these, they're holding quite a bit. Like, whoop. Okay, that's, oh goodness me, I'm getting things everywhere. To top this up with the sparkles as best I can. There we go. We have a blue C. That blue is really pretty. Oops. That both the sparkles and the blue, that's a very nice like cobalt blue. I like that. Okay, we have enough to do a little bit more. Sure. Need to make a few more sparkles. What if we added a different color? What if we did blue and, do I have a silver sparkle? I did silver. I'll mix them together. White, I don't see. Oh, there we go, silver. Well, it's holographic silver. Well, of course it's holographic because it's holographic. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. That's my spoon. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit more sparkle to this. It's gonna have the combination blue and holographic, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm going to add a little bit more resin and we will mix that up. Ooh, that looks pretty. Let's see what color we shall do. Let's do let's do this L because it had some blue in it as well. I don't know if I have enough for this completely, but we're gonna try. Need a little more blue. I don't know. I don't really want to mix up more blue. I'd like to get on and try some of the other colors. That's a good bit of the blue. Let's go for the rest of the sparkle. forgot to do the spritz with alcohol. Oh well. Hopefully it'll come out okay. Let's see. See if I can get some more drips out of this. Okay, I'm gonna need to hurry because my resin is gonna start getting, if I take this long for everything. I am going to put you on a fast forward while I finish filling these, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have like an ounce and a bit, probably about 2 ounces really left, plus this, and it's all clear. So let's scoop this back into here and see what we have left. It's really gloopy. Oh dear. As gloopy, but it's still pretty thick too. Yeah, so I have like a whole 2 ounces left of my, yeah, I should have only done 4. I should have only done 4. A little elephant. Let's do a sparkly elephant. I have a little elephant mold here. I don't know how much it takes. At this point, the panic is real, and I've forgotten to tell you what I'm doing. I decided to make a little elephant with the remaining resin because it was getting too hot and too thick, and it wasn't pouring nicely into the alphabet letters. So I took some of my Let's Resin dyes, and I took the black and the white and mixed them to make a nice gray because I didn't have any other pigments handy, and it was just quick and easy to get that elephant mold filled up. It's turning nice and gray. I don't know if you can see, oh, you can just barely see that shimmer, a sparkle in there. I don't know if you can catch it in light. It's very transparent, which is fine. At this point, I just want to get the resin in there. this with, because it's full of bubbles. Give me a second here to do this. And we need to make sure we get it down in his little nose there. Make sure there's no bubbles. Probably gonna end up with bubbles. I'm not hopeful that we will be bubble free, but we can always try. We'll do our best. I think there's bubbles in his ears right now. Actually, this might not even be enough. Oh, maybe. Okay. We're getting there, but let me... Ugh, my tools are sticking together too. Let me do that. And let me squish his ears a bit. There's a bubble there and there's a bubble there. So let's just try and squish those out before he gets too full. I think we're good on his nose. It's a cute little elephant. Okay, so let's get the rest of this in. Oh yeah. Well, maybe if we scrape. Might be just barely too short. Maybe. Problem is I'm also like trying to reach across, across what I've already done, and I don't want to drip. I don't want to drip this in it, but I don't have anywhere to move the bigger mold, which was not good thinking on my part. Crap, I just dropped it in the sea. Okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get, and I need something to try and take out the gray from the sea. It should still be just on top. Yeah? I think I got it out. There's a little bit of clear there. Alright. Well, at this point, it is what it is. He's a little bit on the short side and there's a lot of bubbles in him, so and they're not going to be able to escape from him while he's curing, so I'm just going to stick a couple things beside him because he also seems a little topsy-turvy there. Hopefully. So at this point, I am going to clean up my mess, and we will be back when we can demold. Okay. All right, I'm back again, and I've mixed up another 4 ounces. It has been a couple days, so this is like ready to demold. So I'm just gonna demold this guy quickly, just to get him out of my way, actually. Oh, his head is not wanting to come out. Oop. I was trying to drain that a little bit there. And instead I dumped it in there. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do this away from the camera because I think I need to hold it closer to my body to get that head off. Get the leverage I need to get over his ears. There we go. Okay, got one side off. Let's see if we can get the other one out now somehow. Got my resin heat here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. I was totally expecting all sorts of bubbles there because the resin was so gloopy, but not a bubble on him. Oh, he's got a little hat on. He's got a cute little trunk sticking up there, a little hat. weird. The back of him isn't as shiny as the front. There's a few little micro bubbles there. I was expecting stuff under his chin, but he looks pretty good. I'm happy. That's good. We'll have to trim him up and maybe paint him up a bit and see what we can do with him. But for now, he's going to sit off to the side. I am going to try and scrape some of the resin off of this. Not because it won't dry, but because, or I can't get it off once it's dry. I just like to use as much of my resin as I can, you know? Whoop. Now, some of these did not get topped up all the way, so I'm going to actually, this is going to go in there with those. I'm going to pour out a few different colors. I'm still using my bright colors. It's, you know, I wanted to fill up, I kind of wanted to fill up the whole alphabet. I don't know I'll be able to do that, but I'm going to do as much as I can. And this time I only did 4 instead of 6 because I don't want my resin to start going off again. And I'm also pouring it right away into the smaller cups just so that it's not sitting as deep, because it gets hotter quicker when it's sitting in a deep cup. So I'm hoping this will help me not lose any resin, as it were. Okay, so we still have a couple ounces in the cup. Okay, so I'll put a little bit in the bottom here. There we go. All right, so our resin's split up, and actually I'm going to start by topping off these ones that did not dome. So I'm just going to give them a little top coat so that they just top coat of clear just to fill them up. Now they are of course dry, and so I'm going to have to like make sure I do this properly. That one's fine, that one's fine. The C and the L were a little low. And we'll give them a minute to like find the level. The M could use a little bit. The N is fine. The W is fine. V is fine. U could use it. S could use it. Oops! I'm doing the thing again where I'm pouring it over the back of my hand. Out the back of the cup. How? How am I doing this? Well, fortunately most of it's landing in the in the mold, but I am trying to get a cloth one-handed, something to wipe my hands on here. I guess I have some under my, I have some out already, but I was trying to get a wet one as opposed to just a paper towel. So clean that off. Okay. Now let's clean off the back of this, because I don't want to do that again. Clean there. Okay, I can't believe I did that. It's been a while since I used these little cups and I've forgotten how, apparently. So let's get that in the R. And I'll come back with a little silicone tool or something to make sure that it gets, now it's just dripping down the side of the cup instead of pouring properly. You know, there's some days where you're just going, I'm not sure I should be doing this today, but if I want to get a video out for Friday, I kind of need to do this today, so I just kind of doing it. So we're winging it here. So I said the M needed a little bit. Okay. was okay, the W was okay, the C, the B was okay, yeah, the B's okay, the K's okay. The R was not okay, and I just put stuff in it, and I knew that. Okay, see? Not my day. Okay. So now that I've had resin all over all of me, let's see if we can clean these up a little bit, because they are not. This needs a little bit across there. And into its tail there, the S is looking pretty good. The U could use a little bit up this way. The V was okay, right? Yeah. The M could use a bit up there. Okay, the M's looking good. N was okay. The L's looking good. B, did I put it? No, the B was fine. C's looking good. Just like get right up into there. Yep. R, S. Okay, so the R has a little bit of overpour right here that I want to try and get rid of. Okay, and the S has a little bit of overpour there. I think the S actually has a little bit too much in it now. Yeah. So you can just take a little bit out there. Okay, and in the middle there. Okay. All right. And these are fine. I mean, they're not. The E was, it's okay. It could use a little more, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So maybe I will add a little bit to the E. Yeah, I don't know. Problem is that if there isn't enough space for it, it's just gonna overflow, right? Like, I don't really want that either. Let's see if we can get this to the edges evenly so that it looks nice. Okay. All right, I think we're good on that score. Now I have a few more that I want to do. I am going to put you on a fast forward while I finish filling these, and then I'll be right back. I will be I'm gonna clean up my mess here because there's a lot of mess to clean up. And then next time you see me, we will be demolding and we'll see how these turned out, and then we'll finish them. Turn them into keychains. All right, my friends, I'll see you in a bit. All right, everything's all nice and dry now, so we're ready to dry and cured. We're ready to demold. So let's see what we've got. See how this A turned out. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of overpour there that I'll have to trim off, but there we go. That's what the A looks like. Can you see what I'm doing here? Yeah. All right, so let's look at the B. There we go. The B. I like that. They got a little bit of, I think there's a little bit of blue left in it from, I missed some of that powder that I spilled. Let's see how it looks. Okay, got a little bit of overpour there in the center there that we'll have to trim out. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to get rid of though. Might need it to give it a little longer to cure. And there's our D. And yeah, there's that blue that I spilled. I thought I got everything, but I missed a little bit in that corner. I like that though, that turned out pretty good. And let's see my E with my sparkles that I spilled on it. And it's on the back, I'm not too worried about that. A little bit of overpour there. Oh, it has some fallen pigment in it, because that pigment does not mix in very well. Okay, let's see the F. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. I like it. Again, there's some overpour here. So here's it. Can I trim it now or do I have to wait? How can I trim it? That's an awkward spot. Can I get that in there? Yeah. And then like this. Yeah. Yeah, some of these are gonna have to wait a day or two for the trimming up. It's not really bendy, but it's not quite hard enough. Well, I don't know, that kind of worked out, but that's a really awkward spot to get anything in there. Anyway, I'll probably trim up anything that needs trimming up off camera rather than boring you with that. Here's the G, very pretty, and our H. The blue ones I think are the best. I love the blue ones. Let's look at our I over here, which is gonna, pretty sure need it. Yeah, it needs a bit of, actually it's not that bad. Doesn't need that much there. I could just pick it off. That's good. There's the eye. That makes a tiny, not sure how I'm gonna make a keychain out of that one. I suppose I could drill a hole there, but I don't know. Some of these I'm not sure they're best for keychains, but we'll try. And there's that J. Again, I think last time I poured, I didn't get that pink quite mixed in. Well, no, the E I did the first day. So I think it's that's the purple pigment, isn't it? Yeah, purple one just doesn't want to mix in with the resin very well. Okay, so there's the K. That one looks good. I like that one. Look at the L. Let's see how that turned out. That one's pretty. I like that. It's kind of a weird shaped L. I know it's supposed to be a cursive L, but yeah. And let's see. That's fancy. That one should glow in the dark, if I remember correctly. And it should just, a tiny bit of overpour should just, yeah, come right off. It's just a tiny bit. Yeah, that one turned out well. Happy with that one. And, uh-oh. Apparently I dripped some pink in the end. So, I will have to, and is that some unmixed? Yeah. There's some unmixed yellow pigment in there too, I think. So I might have to do something to fix that. Cover it up with something maybe. And our O, which is kind of a weird shaped O too. I don't know. Yeah, that purple one, all of these so far have dropped pigment, have a little bit of dropped pigments in them. I don't know. I may not put these on my Etsy shop if they don't turn out well. I know I said they were like prototypes, but and they didn't have to be perfect, but they do need to be at least decent, right? And like that, oh, I got a little blue in there too. That blue got everywhere, but I don't like the dropped pigment. That looks meh. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's, gives it a speckly look, and they all have it. All the purple ones. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I can see it. Yeah. And both the ones I poured the first day and the ones I poured the second day have the same issue. There's the X. All the other ones, like the pink ones, the yellow ones, the orange ones, I haven't seen that dropped pigment, just on the purple ones, which is a shame because purple's my favorite color. See, there it is again. Same thing. This is one I poured the first day, I think. Didn't I? Whatever. I know the E I poured the first day. Okay, this one, well, this was pink and purple, so it has some of the dropped purple too. Also, apparently I spilled yellow in this one. There's a drop of yellow in there. Or was that just all my leftovers and they just kind of merged? That's fine. And a U. It looks like it might have some of the dropped pigment too, but it's one of the pink ones, so I don't know. I don't know. And the T could actually have used a little bit more resin. But there we go. It's the T, the white and the sparkle. And okay, let's see what the green looks like. The S here. Oh, I have some major overpour on this one. Whoop. Throwing things around here. Okay, this one has major overpour. How did I do that? I guess when I was, so I guess when I was top coating it, it's like there's no space in there. It's like covered. Huh. I mean, other than that, it's pretty. That's a shame. I mean, I could probably fix it, but it's going to take a lot of work to do that. And the R is a wee bit of overpour, but it's... Just do that. It should just come right off. If I can get it out, like it's just poked inwards, you know? There we go. Just needed to poke it through. Alright, so there's the R. That's a pretty one. That looks nice. Let's see, Q. Yeah, the O looks just like the Q, except the Q has the tail. But that orange looks very pretty. I like. And the Y. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, the Y turned out okay. That was the one of the pours I had problems with when the resin was getting sticky, wasn't it? Yeah. you go. Well, that one's fine. And last but not least, a Z. Oops, that one's kind of bendy. Yeah, I guess because it's really thin up top. There's the, sorry, Z. I'm not a very good Canadian. I still say Z because I learned my alphabets from Sesame Street. And back in those days, they said Z on Sesame Street. I don't think we had Canadian Sesame Street. I think it was American. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. I think now there's a Canadian Sesame Street that says Z. I don't know. I was very confused when I went to kindergarten, I can tell you. Alright, so little paw. That's fine. Little puzzle piece. Orange, and it's got some overpour there. Because, yeah, last minute I put some extra stuff on it. A little doggy bone. A little random flower. A key. These would make good little charms for on a keychain, maybe. And our overpour dolphin with a blue nose. Okay. Little blue dye on it nose. And again, more overpour. Puzzle piece. I do not have to fix it right now, but there it is. And again, a cute little star with some overpour that needs fixing. And my heart. It's just a sparkly clear with a little bit of white, like that. And again, last but not least, a little cactus. Little green cactus. Okay, so now, I'm just gonna put this over here. We have to finish these. And these are all my, I need to clean my, I just let the resin cure, and then you can just peel them out of your cups when you're done, if you're not reusing them right away. So I'll do that later, but it's so satisfying. Well, first of all, I'm gonna have to do all the overpour, do a little bit of sanding and whatnot, and I'll probably do that off camera because it's boring. It's just a quick little, most of them are fine, not too sharp, but they could use a little. And then there's these ones that need some decent overpour cutting off. Okay, I can't get it very tidy tonight because the resin on the back was a second pour and it is still a little bit bendy, so that let me get it out, but I can't like sand it to smooth it up or anything or get it looking any better. I have it roughly cut out, but I don't think I can, yeah, I can't do it that way. I can, yeah. So that one's gonna take a little bit of time to fix up. Now let's look at the other ones. I have a few different ways of putting the keychains on. So these are the keychains I have. I have a few with these kind of chains. Though I was finding, I don't know if it's these are because these are cheap ones or what, but you know, made cheaply or whatever, but I find often when I use these ones, they were breaking. The links would break and you'd lose your thing, and I didn't like that. So I got some of these. I find these a little bit sturdier. These, I don't know what they call them, ball and chain or ball chain. And I just use one of these and I stick this on, and then, yeah. And then I attach the keychain to this. Yeah. It's not quite as neat as these, but it's a lot sturdier, I find. So that's what I tend to do. So I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup here with my bits, and then we'll get to and I'll drill some holes, and then we'll see what we have. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I drilled a few little holes in a few of these, and I realize I'm very bad at drilling holes. So what my plan is, and I've never tried this before, so this is new to me too, is I have these little screw thingies, and already dropping them, because of course not. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? I have no idea where that one went. All right, and just, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think well, I should probably glue it in, but that fits quite tight just like that. All right, but I am going to use a little bit of E6000, if I can get it open. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's coming. Okay, so I'm just going to basically dip this in the tip of the E6000. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And hopefully stand that up somewhere so it doesn't drip everywhere. There we go. And I'm going to put this in here and try very carefully not to get it on my fingers. There we go. Yeah. I don't know, some of these, like this, like I would like to put this right in the top, but it's so thin right there, it would just break, so I had to put it over a little off center. And the G, like it went, I put it at the top in the G, but it went like right through, so I don't know. My drill went right through, so I don't know how good this one's going to hold, so we'll see what we shall see. Okay, well, that's in. I put aside the ones that needed sanding or trimming, because the resin is still a little bit soft, and so I can trim it, but sometimes it was tearing and sometimes it was, you know, and I can't what's the word, sand that effectively without problems. So I'm just leaving those ones off to the side for now. I will finish them eventually, probably not in time for Friday, for this video going up on Friday. So I just picked out a few that were good and ready to go, and we'll do those. There we go. Okay, so those are the ones that I'm going to do. I'm just going to clean this off, put my cap back on. Okay. All right, so I am done with the little screw eyes. I don't know what they call them. Hook eyes, I don't know. And now, these are some nice big these are some nice big jump rings. All right. Now, also, I have these. I have some little, fortunately, I only have silver chains, but I have some of these cute little, I guess they're the key rings too. Like, you don't need this if you have one of these, you know? But they're different shapes. I guess that's what you put your key on. Or you could use it as a bag charm. Yeah, I don't think I'd trust this to keep my keys, so I think I put this on as like an extra charm clip for bag charms, like these, like a lobster claw. Ooh, a little heart. Let's see. What's this one? What is that? A foot with what? I have no clue what that's supposed to be. If you can figure that, if you know what that's supposed to be, please let me know, because I have no clue. Is it like a cloud, or it's got like a little, I don't know if you can see that. It's got like a little mitten kind of thing out here, or wings. Like, is it supposed to be a shoe with wings, or no? It looks like a mitten to me. I have no clue what that's supposed to be. And there's 2 of them. I do like the hearts and the shells. And then I have a bunch of the little lobster claws. Okay, so let's see. So normally this is what I do. I take my pliers, I take my jump ring, I stick this on here, through there, stick this through there. When it cooperates, there we go. And then take my 2 pliers and close my jump ring. And again, my hands are not cooperating tonight. Just squeeze it closed. There we go. And make sure it gets nice and together there. Give it a good squeeze to make it flat. I don't know if you, sorry, I'm holding this probably way too close to me. But if I hold it far away from me, it's all gonna go every which way. So there we go. So that would be the basic key ring. Then we have these, which, yeah, we can just open this, pop it through. Let's see, do I want a heart with the end? What goes nicely with the pink? I mean, I guess the silver goes nicest. But should we put a dolphin with the end? Yeah, let's put a dolphin. There we go. So there we have like that or that you can use. And I also have these little faux leather tassels. Should we put a pink one on there or a white one? Or I also have pom-poms. The little faux fur pom-poms. So let's see, what do you think? A little pom-pom? I like the pom-pom. Let's put a pom-pom with the end. Oh, does it fit through there? Okay, so apparently we need jump rings for those because they do not fit through there. Okay, I'm gonna finish these up and I will fast forward it for you so that, because this is too slow. All right, so see you when I'm done. All right, that's the last one that I'm going to do. I would be up all night if I had to finish all of them. The great thing is you can take the tassel off or this off if you're, you know, if it's for a more masculine person who doesn't want floofy things on them. So there's the M with the shell and the tassel. And let me put these out of the way. Get these a little more out of my way so we have a little space. Here's our R. I just put plain big lobster claw hook on there. And the G with a green tassel. I thought that was cute, the blue and the green. I don't know, it kind of fit, I thought, for that one. Might be a little too green. I wish I had like a teal green, but I don't think I really do. Or do I? No, not really. Anyway, well, I mean, I have this one, which is maybe a little more. Maybe I should have swapped those two, actually. Actually, yeah, those two should be swapped. Well, that's easy, sort of easy enough to do, right? Just pull this open. Drop that off. And pull this open. Ouch, I just pinched myself. Put that there. Put that there. And then close this up. Yeah, I think that's better. And that's how easy it is to take bits off. Like, it's not. I like that one with that one. And I like this one with this one. That's better. Yeah, that's better. I like that. And then we have the K with pom-pom and a heart. And I will take better pictures of pictures, like still pictures, but here's the L with the lobster claw, the P with also a purple, purple and a lobster claw, N, which you guys saw me do that one. I put a dolphin and a pom-pom, W has a plain lobster claw and this tassel, and the E, I gave her a pom-pom and a heart. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and help my channel grow, and spread a little sparkle in the world this week, and be kind to yourself and others. Thanks. Bye.